Before we begin, please note that all users have to log in with their user ID and password to access dashboard and use system features.
Hi, Dr. Johanna. My name is Guo Changzhen, today representing about student dashboard and self-assessment and progress tracking module of our system. First, let's talk about student dashboard. After student login, they'll be sent to this student dashboard page, and on the left side, you can see there's a sidebar, and student can click on each of these small sections to get access to the feature of our system. And on the right side, you can see there's several sections where user can interact with. For example, at the top, there's a self-care tool section where it will display several buttons, and user can click on each of these buttons to get access to that particular self-care tool. On the middle left, you can see there's a section called New Forum Posted, where it will display the newest forum that uploaded by the student or the mental professional. On the middle right, you can see there's a mental status section, and it will display the student's current mood and mental scoring graph. Down here on the left, you can see there's a new assessment section where it will display the newest assessment that just recently released and haven't been done by the student. On the bottom right, you can see there's a notification section where it will display any notification. For example, if the student's telehealth reservation just got accepted or their forum posted got a new comment or a new reply. Now, let's move on to our self-assessment and progress tracking module of our system. First, let's try to implement use case 1, access self-assessment. Let's click on this, then it will send you to mental health self-assessment feature page. Down here, you can see there's a list of new self-assessment that I just recently uploaded. The student can either choose to click on Start or Continue Assessment to complete assessment. The system will display Continue Assessment if the assessment is half done. Let's say I click on this Continue Assessment, then it will send you to that particular self-assessment that has just halfly answered. You can see some of the question has answered, but left some of the question not answered. You can click on Save and back to the main page, and if the student want to view more about the new self-assessment, let's click on View More, then it will display full page of new self-assessment. The student can also try to search on the self-assessment based on their tracking number. Let's say I try to search on this self-assessment based on the tracking number, search on it, then it will display the matched self-assessment. Let's say I try to start on this assessment, let's click on Start Assessment, then it will provide you a reminder. It will tell that the self-assessment will be auto-saved, and you are required to answer all questions to submit. I click on Start, then you will send you that particular self-assessment, then you have to answer all the questions. Let's say I left one question not answered and I try to submit, and it will tell that the submission rejected. So you are required to answer all the questions in order to submit. Now I answer all the questions and try to submit, then the submission accepted. Now that the result will be displayed based on the answer you just provided. Let's assume the answer I just provided is quite negative and stressed, so the result displayed to you will be stress level appear to be high, and then it will give you a quick recommendation and suggest you some self-care tools. You can choose to download it as a PDF file in your own device or just save it and back. Click on Save and back, and then back again, you will get back to the main page. And then the top section is our use case 11, views self-assessment results. Right here you can view your mental score, your current mood, and right here there's a button that shows you view self-assessment history and mental status. Click on it, then you'll be sent to a page where it will display the detail of your mental status, your mental score, stress level, mood, and you can also download it as a PDF file in your own device. Or else you can choose to click on this button, view self-assessment history. Click on it, then it will display a list of self-assessment that you have done. Same as well, you can try to search on the self-assessment based on their tracking number. Let's say I'm trying to search on this, just search on the tracking number, then it will display the matched self-assessment. Then you can click on this button to view its results. Click on it, then it will display the result. Click on Save and back, it will back to the main page. Next is use case 5, track student mental progress for staff and mental professional. Currently what you see is track student mental progress page for staff. You can see there's a list of students. This flag status reflects those students that require more attention. For example, this flag status in red means those students, their previous mental status might not be too healthy, so they need to be paying more attention to. Usually those flag status in red will be displayed at the top of the student list, so that the staff and professional can easily get access to their personal information and mental progress quickly by clicking those buttons. Down here you can see how many students got monitored, how many students got flagged, and also in this recent update section, you can see which student got flagged or unflagged on what time, so that the staff and professional can notice. The staff and professional also allowed to search on the student based on their student ID. For example, I try to search on this student, just type on their student ID, then it will display the matched student. Let's say right now I want to view on this student's personal information and mental progress. I just click on this button, View Details. Then you can see the personal information has been displayed on this section. Then down here you can see the current mental status, risk trend, and in this section you can see what self-assessment that he has done. We are also allowed to view on the self-assessment results by clicking those View Results button. You can see the result is displayed, and you can click on Save and back to get to this page. And right here you can see the detail of mental status, for example, mental score, stress level, and current mood. Right here you can see this Unflag Student button. It is used to turn the flag status into unflagged, just in case if the student doesn't require more attention already. You can click it, then it will turn it to unflagged status. And this Notify Mental Professional button is to send a notification to the professional so that they can click on that notification and directly send them to this page to view on the student's personal information and mental progress. Besides, you can also click on this Flag Student button in case the students require more attention in that time, click on it, then you can turn the status into flag. Okay, turn it back to unflagged, and you click on back, you can see the flag status already in unflagged.
Hi Dr. Johanna, my name is Go Changzhe and I'd like to share my reflection on what I have learned throughout the requirement engineering and software modeling course and during the development of our digital mental health literacy hub project, which we completed across 4 phases. In phase 1 to phase 3, we focus on defining what the system should do and why. In phase 1, we gather users' needs and document them using natural language and stakeholder feedback. Phase 2 involved modeling these requirements through use case diagram, activity diagram, state diagram, and class diagram to visualize system behavior and interaction. In phase 3, we compiled everything into a comprehensive software requirements specification document that included functional and non-functional requirements, system constraint, and interface details. These phases taught me the importance of understanding users' needs and documenting them clearly before moving into design. Phase 4 was the most hands-on and rewarding part of the project. We finally turned all of our diagrams and models into a high-fidelity prototype that users can actually interact with. I was mainly responsible for building the student dashboard and the self-assessment and progress tracking module of our system. From this experience, I learned how to design interfaces that are not only user-friendly, but also aligned with the system logic. For instance, the use case diagram helped me decide what features should appear on each page and which user role had access to them. Our use case description helped me understand how the particular features work and how the system should respond based on user input. The class diagrams help guide how information like assessment, scores, and feedback should be structured and stored. One key realization I had is a good prototype is more than just a nice UI. It's a reflection of the system logic, requirements, and real workflow. By basing our design on earlier documentation, we could ensure consistency, clarity, and completeness. Throughout the RASM course, I gained valuable skills that goes beyond this project. I learned how to gather and document requirements, both in structured diagram and in natural language. I also learned about requirement validation and management, and how to analyze a system from multiple perspectives like functional, behavioral, and data-oriented. I also developed confidence in using diagrams to communicate complex ideas. For example, before this course, I wasn't very familiar on how to draw state diagrams or activity diagrams effectively, even though we already had our software engineering courses before, but now I understand how they represent system states, transition in a way that is easy for both developers and stakeholders to understand. This course helped me shift my thinking from just a developer's mindset to that of a system analyst, someone who looked at the bigger picture, anticipate users' needs, and ensures the system design address them clearly. I also learned that good communication and documentation are just as important as technical skills. In conclusion, the RSM course and this project show me that building a system is a structured process that starts with understanding problems, continues through detailed modeling and planning, and only then move into design and development. It's been a valuable journey, and I truly appreciate the knowledge and experience I've gained. Lastly, I would like to sincerely thank Dr. Johanna for guiding us throughout this course. Your teaching and feedback helped me understand the real value of structured analysis and thoughtful system design. This project has shown me that behind every great system is a clear plan, well-documented requirements, and a team that know what they are building and why. Thank you, Doctor. And that is all of my reflection. Thank you for listening.
Hi, Doctor. I'm Teo Zixian, and now I'm going to talk about the system that I designed. I have designed the UC7, UC8, which is book telehealth appointment and manage telehealth appointment. And then the other I do is the professional dashboard for the system. Okay, let's look on the telehealth appointment first. Okay, this one is the telehealth appointment. At first, when the student comes into this dashboard, they can click this after they log in, they come in this dashboard and they click telehealth, go into this section, and then they can book a new appointment. This is their last this is the upcoming appointment that they have, and then they can book a new appointment when they click this. Okay, this one is the page that book a new appointment. They can select a professional they want, and then they can select time. After that, they select the detail and then they confirm appointment. Then this will come up things like this, upcoming appointment like this. If they have the past consultation, they can just book again at here. So they can click over here, and then they can just select a date, and detail, and then confirm appointment, then this will do a new appointment for them. Okay. If they want to reschedule, this just now I said the book new appointment, right? So now I'm gonna talk about the reschedule and manage telehealth appointment. Okay, this one. Okay. So first, they can join a call. Okay. When they click proceed, they go into a Google Meet web page, and then the one. Okay. If they want to reschedule, they click this one. So it will comes out like this. They can select a date and set their details and confirm appointment. This one is reschedule appointment. Okay. For the next one is the professional dashboard. Okay, now I'm going to show about the professional dashboard. The professional dashboard is like this. And then we can see the professional can see the upcoming appointment, total student, pending report, and other message here. And then they also can see the today appointment, who is going to appoint them. Then they can click the join call to join to the Google Meet. And if they click this proceed, this will go into the new Google Chrome Google Meet tab. Okay, after that, the professional also can see the task and notification that they have. Okay, can review a new assessment or appointment start in 15 minutes, or after that, they can also see the case log status of the student. Okay, they can see how many students are low risk, how many students are moderate risk, and how many students are in the high risk. Okay, here they can see their last recently student that make appointment with them. They can see, I can click the view here. Okay, if they can also see the mental health score history of this student, and then their information, what faculty are they from, and then current risk. The upcoming appointment with this student can see over here. Follow-up session is on June 28 and July 5. Okay, they can also see the past notes that they write about for this student here. They can also write the new note for here for this student at here and save the note so they can see in the future. They can also back to the dashboard. Okay, that's all for the professional dashboard.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed Ali. I'll be talking about peer support. So if you click here in the peer support, will move you to the peer support page. So the peer support page include recommended new post, all on post reply. Also, it's allow student interact with the student, the peer support. So the student can make follow, comment, and also save the post, and also can see the post from other user. He can interact with him, and also he can join discussion, and also he can post a new post. So if he click here add new post, he can add a title for his new post. Can write the title here, and after that he can enter the content of his post. Also he can upload the image if he have image like e-learning dashboard, something like that. After that he click here submit, and this page will show to him the submission is done. So this all for peer support. Here for the admin dashboard, as you can see here, the admin have many features, like he can manage telehealth and manage users usage, and also monitor the system usage and notifications and settings. And also here in the home page, as you can see, the admin can see the number of student and appointment and also the notification. Here the system usage, as you can see here, uh, at these two pages, and also here shows user screen time, and also here a notification, and here also the appointment calendar. So let's go through the user usage. So for the user usage, the admin can can see the student statistic, like the active user and new user. As you can see here, the active user is 350 and the new user is 28. And also can see the most used feature as here. The most used feature is self-assessment, and the active user this week are 175. And peak login hours is from 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. And user inactive per month is 29. So here the admin can see the list of students. As you can see here, Ali Musa and Im Billy and Kevin Tran and Sophie Chen. The role here student, if also the can see the state and last login and usage time. If you click here, can view more details. So if you click more details, it can see the details of Ali Musa here. Ali Musa is email and roles student and registered time on the 20 March 2025 and system usage last month login, and this all features. And if you click generate the PDF here for the summary of student, click here, the PDF is generated. And this is all for the admin and user usage.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdurrahman and I'm from RUSM Group 10. And my team members are Gochen Z, Theo Zijan, Ahmed Ali, and Abdurrahman Fatah. So today I'm going to talk about the prototyping of our system called Mental Health Literacy Hub. So this prototyping, I'm going to explain to you about UC002 and UC03, which includes a student can access to self-assessment in self-care tool, as well as a student can access to educational model. So in the dashboard, you can see in this interface of the system, a student can access to self-care tool by clicking a medication, and the self-care tool will be given multiple options. For example, medication, exercise, relaxation, music. So if the student wants to get into medication, student will click to medications and it will redirect to the page of medications. So the student can read all of this. For example, so if he wants to read an article, for example, medication article, the student can read all it out. And if he wants to listen to an audio of 20 minutes guide medication, he can also listen to that. So this is also, the student can also have a latest medication articles, which he can select either of them. And if the student wants to go back and select exercise, he will redirect to the exercise page, which a student can also have a article of exercise where he can learn about exercise to make mental health better, to relieve and stress release. Also, the student wants to go to listen to music, he can go to the music section and he will be redirected to music section. For example, he will have plenty of options about music, how music will make him feel better. So the student can also select any music for the latest music for stress relief and make the health better and make him calm. And also for UC002, if the student wants to access to educational module, he can go to educational module. And as you can see, there is a plenty of educational stuff. For example, this is books for all the modules of how the mental health works and how it can be solved. So student can select each one of the books to make to make and understand how mental health and how the brain of the human being works. So if the student wants to select to get excited about the brain, he can learn more about it. Also, as you can see that each modules, each dashboard and each self-care tools has a notification where we'll have a notification of a student's 24/7, where if the students do any activities, it will be notified here. So this is it pretty much for my part, and thank you so much.